thought you were getting nerds, but you're not. Welcome back to a bonus episode of My Brother's an Idiot. Yes, the nerds are on hiatus for a week, even though it's the same crowd. Fun.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there goes my wife.
Yep, Ghost of Sarah.
Ghost of Sarah. Through my imaginary office. Welcome. We're damn glad to have you. My name is Matt. I am King of the Goons. Let me kick you around the rest of the squad. First, right down there, she has returned from her sojourn in NOLA without committing murder. I am impressed.
I'm getting caught for murder.
Right. Well, everybody else came back too, so that's why I didn't think she murdered anybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say your parents are still alive. It's
yes, saw them yesterday. She is the dipshit. She is the producer. She is MJ. What is up?
not much. I don't know if you can read my name, but I was saying that this is keeping me from watching Grey's Anatomy in 50-second chunks on TikTok. Because right now that's damn near all my fucking TikTok is.
I can't see anybody's name.
I also can't see anybody's name.
Oh,
Where are the names?
Where are the names?
Where are the names? I've got a name, but the pictures are gone.
The names are all gone. What happened here?
I don't know. I was wondering because I had a name that, you know.
Yeah, we have no names. Oh, well, fuck it.
We have no names. We shall not scream.
Oh, there they are.
Ah!
Found it.
What'd you do? Did you just...
There's a setting that you can just change. I think it reverted when I re-signed
click a
in.
box?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, well, good to see you, MJ. Welcome back. Next, my co-brother-in-law holding down the fort in Extreme Southern Command. He is the owner and proprietor of Knox Nostalgia Collectibles. Tank, what's going on, my man?
Not a whole lot. Doing good, but not much going on, thankfully.
Right on. You sounded much better.
Yeah. Not
little
done
rough.
this week.
Little rough last week. Awesome. Good to see you. And finally, the man we've named the podcast after, the one with the hair. I don't know what that name means that he's got. He'll have to explain it, but he is the Guldagoon, the Kaiser. I summon him. Goon?
And I am here. Matt, you sounded very hesitant about summoning me there.
Yeah. I'm always hesitant about summoning you. I'm really not sure. I'm not really not sure what we're going to
get. Well, today you're getting Maximus the horse from Tangled, right? Because he's the most underrated character in Disney. And my wife, for our anniversary, got me a kilt, so I'm wearing the kilt. So Max digs kilts. That's
okay.
What we're going with.
There you go. Now I understand.
Yeah. You asked for it.
I needed it. I needed to know because I didn't understand any of it.
Yeah. There was context.
Awesome.
How you doing out there, Matt? You doing okay?
Living large and in charge, man.
Hell yeah, you are in charge. Drinking a fojito or a no-hito, if you will, today.
Yeah, how's that treating you?
I will. I don't. Really
nice.
Good. Really good. I'll tell you about the ingredients of such later.
Awesome. All right, well, let's get into our action-packed agenda, and it is my understanding that our beloved dipshit has put together some sort of shenanigans for us to participate in. MJ, take it away.
There do be some shenanigans. We're going to play a game that I was going to try to rename, but I'm not going to. So we're playing 20 questions. It's... Thank you to Puck Soup, who originally played it as it was a list of guys who have played more than 1,000 games. But this time, we're going to play a list of NFL guys who have played more than 200 games. I am going to draw the line at 71 because everyone else, there's like a whole bunch of group of, like that's where it stops becoming individual numbers. But basically, one of you is going to give me a number between 1 and 71. That's going to give me a guy. I'm going to look up his stats, and you guys are going to ask me questions. You're going to figure out who it is. Ooh. All of these guys have played more than 242 or more games.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Sound good?
That's a lot.
That's so many games.
Yeah,
There's
that's
gonna be a lot of linemen on this list.
just 15 years.
It doesn't look
wait.
like a.
So this-
It's more special teams than you'd think.
Oh, that's true.
That makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
Okay,
Some
questions.
kickers. I mean, it's a Michaela game. It can't be a Michaela game without a kicker.
I need kickers. I love them. They're my favorite.
We
know.
are aware.
We know.
And nobody cares about your fantasy team.
No, nobody cares at this point. I barely care. All right. Let's go ahead. Tonk. Pick a number 1 through 71.
His name's Tom.
20.
20. Okay, is. Oh, perfect. Yes, him, please. Thank you. Okay. Tank, you get to go first. 20 questions.
I thought
yes
you
or
were
no?
stats.
No, that's name Pat
Oh.
Falloon.
Okay,
Or
sorry.
name
Jesus.
Fat Lever.
Well,
This one's just 20 questions.
You said stats, so I.
Oh, no, you're going to add. I pulled up his stats.
Oh, I see.
I
Got it.
have the stats.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
got it.
I got you.
Oh,
Yeah.
My apologies. My apologies. No, I'm not giving you shit. You guys have 20 guesses.
Heard.
okay. I guess question number 1. Does he play special teams?
He do. Mark.
Okay. I was like, I don't know who's
I
going
forgot,
next.
I forgot that we didn't have Mark. Your turn.
Is he a kicker?
Yes, he do. Matt.
Yes, he do. He kicks.
He kick.
Is it Adam Vinatieri?
It is not.
Okay.
Wait, is this all time or
This
current?
is all time.
All time.
Okay. Sorry. That's a huge
Yes.
thing.
Sorry. All time.
Carry on.
Tank.
Did he play in the AFC?
Oh, fuck. If you. Oh, wait. No, I do know this one. Yes.
Okay.
Mark.
Did he play in the AFC West?
Yes. Matt.
Is he fat?
I do believe he is fat.
Oh.
You have a guess.
Oh.
You have a guess, Matt.
Sebastian
He
Janikowski.
does.
Ding dong.
Yeah. An embarrassment to Polish people everywhere.
Right.
First round kicker.
my. Oh, okay. All right, Mark. Pick a number 1 through 71, not 20.
71. Fuck it.
Fuck it. All right. Okay. Ask you a question, Mark.
Is he a special teams player?
No. Matt.
Did he play offense?
Yes. Tonk.
Did he play in the AFC?
Okay, this time I don't know. Yes.
Oh, good. That was quick.
Mark.
Is he a lineman?
No. Matt.
How many questions have we done?
That's 4.
That was 3, right?
Yes.
4. Okay.
Not a lineman. Offense. AFC.
AFC.
Is he a quarterback?
Yes. Tank.
I'm trying to think of who would be in that range. Did he play in the AFC West?
Man, I closed that window. No.
Okay.
Did he play in the AFC South?
No. Matt.
Did he play for Pittsburgh?
No. Tank.
Oh, damn. Okay. Trying to think of who else would be in that group. Did he play for a team in the AFC East?
Yes.
Okay.
Mark.
AFC East. Is it Tom Brady?
It is not. No.
No.
Matt.
I'm barely listening to what the qualifications are, so I'm just throwing
it out there. Did
What is most games played?
Yeah,
Is that what
most
this is,
games
or
played.
what?
Yes.
Okay, I've got an idea.
Does
And that
his
was
name
also the 10th question. Sorry.
does his name rhyme with Schmarino?
It do rhyme with Schmarino.
Dan
What's his name,
effing
man?
Marino.
There he is.
There you go.
Alrighty. Hooray. So
Hooray.
Matt's got 2. So you two better fucking
Yeah.
pick it up.
Right?
Okay,
No.
Matt. 1
6.
through. Okay, fine.
6.
Fuck. All right. Christ. Okay.
He said 6.
All right. Start guessing.
Was he a kicker?
No. Tank.
Was he a quarterback?
Yes. Mock.
AFC, yes or no?
Yes. Matt.
AFC North?
No. Tank.
AFC West.
No.
Okay.
Mock.
Okay. Did he play for the Indianapolis Colts?
No. Matt.
So there's still 7 teams on the board.
AFC Central?
No. Tank.
Central.
Central.
Wait, yeah, hold on. Is that a
What is that? Wait a
There hasn't
fucking
been a
minute.
Central in a while.
What the fuck? Are you just making shit up just to see if she's
There
paying
was
attention?
an AFC Central.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Did he play for more than one team?
Yes. Mock.
Oh boy. Did he play for 2 teams?
Yes. Matt.
Tom Brady.
Fucking Jesus, you're so good.
I knew that's what it was. as soon as
I mean,
asked
you
the
didn't even
question I asked.
give me a
Oh,
chance to
yeah.
guess it, but that's
Well, you
okay.
didn't fucking
called my
specify
name.
something that was yeah, you didn't say does it rhyme with Schmrady or is he fat? Like that's pretty fucking specific.
I thought I could get a guess in before we moved on, but that's okay. I'll let Matt have the win. Fuck.
I thought we were going to 5. Or do we want to just do 3?
Keep going. Do
We
another.
can keep going.
Oh, we're going quick enough on
Matt
these.
just
Yeah.
won that round.
We're just having fun. All right, Tank.
We're just
1
having
through
fun.
70, not 6 or 20.
Let's go with 30.
Nyom. Okie dokie. Give me a guess.
Is it a quarterback?
Yes. Mark.
Did he play in the NFC?
No.
There's going to be a couple of these that are
No.
not exclusive. Sometimes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, at one point, yes. He, so not in the
sure.
not in the NFC.
Not
Did
in
he
the
play
NFC.
in the AFC North?
I closed it. I closed the window.
Why would you do
No.
that?
Stop closing it.
No, he did not.
Okay.
Did not play in the AFC North. Okay.
Quarterback, not
Quarterback
in the AFC.
not in the NFC, not in the AFC
AFC
North.
Yeah,
So
there's 12 teams.
is it
on
Peyton
the team.
Manning?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
sniped that one, brother.
I was trying to think of in the line of where he would be, and that made sense.
Damn.
That was good.
Sniper monkey. All right. Mark. 1 through 70, not 30, not 20, not 6.
Uno.
Uno.
Show me Uno.
Okay. Click, click, click. Okie dokie, artichokey.
Why are you laughing?
Oh, who the fuck? Oh,
Because
okay.
there's a list of like. There's a list of
I
like
just said,
three
who the
guys.
fuck is it?
Yeah,
So that
there's
makes
a
it
list of
easy.
like 3 guys who this is going to be.
Yeah,
Well,
there's got to be
I think
one
I
of
think
like
I know
three.
who it is.
Yeah.
I hate. Okay, continue. The acronyms that they use all suck, and I hate them. Continue. Merc.
Mick.
Merc.
Did he play in the AFC?
Okay.
All but one of them did, I think, in the top 3.
The which one? The AFC?
A.
Oh, yes.
Is it no,
Matt.
That's not going to work. Did he play in the AFC West?
Yes.
Ooh.
Tank.
Only problem
I
is
should
they-
specify not exclusively.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
I
just-
didn't think so.
When I say yes, I
Yeah.
mean
He did at some
at
point.
some point. Yes.
Yes. I still think I know.
God, it has to be. Is it a kicker?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mark.
Is it Adam Vinatieri?
It is not. Matt.
Is it George Blanda?
It is not. Tank.
Is it Morton Anderson?
It is Morton Anderson.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that
one
was
of the
on
2.
list.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
There's only like 3 dudes at the top of that list.
right.
There's yeah, he's got a pretty significant lead on the next guy,
Yeah.
but like the top 9 all are, well, I guess the top 12 are all 300 plus games.
Yeah. Yeah, 20
Yeah,
year
makes
vets,
sense.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. One more.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, why not?
Matt. Give me a number.
58.
Oh, I don't.
It's the monster.
Von Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Go. What the fuck is that?
Well, this
Oh,
is gonna be good.
No. It just comes up weird. Okay. No,
Okay.
we're good. We're good.
Oh, okay.
What the
What
fuck
the
is
fuck
that?
is that?
Is he a kicker?
Yes.
Did he play in the AFC East?
No.
No.
Wait, no, hold on.
Oh.
The East, you said?
Yes.
Of the NFC?
AFC.
AFC.
AFC. What are you?
She's cross-referencing like 6 teams.
Yeah. I'm not that good. I'm gonna say
Her
no.
webcam is not. Her webcam's not that great. I was trying to read the shit going
Trying to
on.
get the mirror
glasses.
glasses.
There's such a glare. I'm like,
Okay, Mark.
So
Not
not
AFC East.
AFC East, but a kicker. But was he AFC South?
Hold on. AFC South? No.
Did we eliminate a conference?
The East and the A South.
So
AFC.
just
No, just
So,
the A.
just the 2 divisions.
Yeah,
yes, just the two divisions.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
missed that.
Did-
Sorry.
was
But
he in the
anyways, go
NFC?
Yes. What you expected?
Right.
Tank.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Not going to
You
help us
see
out
me
at all.
here fucking clicking on teams.
Right.
No, I know. No, I get it.
kicker in the NFC.
NFC kickers. Oh,
NFC North.
Hmm.
Packers, Bears, Vikings, Lions.
So I'll give you a hint. It was not called the NFC North at the time. But yes, he played for one of the 4 teams that is currently in the NFC North.
Okay, there we go. So
Oh,
that
wow.
was in the Central.
That was Central. See, I wasn't far off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mark.
But it's one of those 4
Fuck, I have
teams.
no idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is not a division I focus much on because
I'll give you another hint again. That some of his time in the NFC North.
Okay, they played outside
yeah,
of
that
that
doesn't
doesn't-
really
yeah.
narrow it down
Okay. Well, I tried.
much. No, I know it's just not. It's no, you're helping. It's just I don't have any knowledge base on this one. Was he during his time there? Did he play for Chicago?
No.
I
Mm,
would have known anyway. So.
That gets rid of one of the ones I was thinking about.
Was he a Packer?
He was a Packer.
Hmm.
Tonk.
When it was the NFC Central as a kicker. Oh God. Oh no.
I wish you had gone one number lower, because then I would have been able to do some of this off of the top of my head, and I would have had cool stories. 'Cause I watched a 9-hour video. On
Did
the
he
Minnesota
play
Vikings.
in the NFC and with the Packers in the 90s?
He was not on the Packers in the 90s.
Okay.
Mark.
Something tells me we're never going to get this.
I, be honest,
I-
don't know
yeah,
this
I
man,
don't-
but
I-
I didn't know the first or the Mr. Anderson. So
I am shooting blanks at this point because I have no fucking earthly idea
Prior to-
who
It
this
might
guy is.
help if you perhaps maybe not to give too many hints, perhaps narrow down the time range.
well, that's what I was trying to do, yeah.
Was he pre 1980?
No,
Oh shit. So that narrows it down
So
massively.
not in the
Not in the
90s.
90s. Not,
80s.
not,
not in the
90s.
90s on the Packers. Tank specified.
Okay.
Yes. So he
Okay.
played in the 80s and 90s, but he played for the Packers in the 80s.
Jesus Christ.
I think we're at 16 questions. You're about to ask the 16th?
Yeah.
I cannot think.
Is it Gary Anderson?
No.
He
it
should
is
be
not.
higher on that list.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Oh, okay, Encyclopedia Britannica.
I think Gary Anderson
Yeah,
is number
you know.
2 or 3,
Media
if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you.
I think Gary Anderson's number 2 or 3 all time. That's why I'm saying that. Packers kickers in the 80s, but also played into the 90s. I have no idea.
I literally have nothing. I literally have nothing.
I'm just going to
the
spit
questions
names.
I
I'm
am
just
going
going to
to be
spit names of
asking.
kickers and just see if I can come up with something.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do. Mine's not even close to that date, but I've got one.
See, I'm trying to think of anybody that was kicking in the 80s that would have been relevant in the 90s and kicked for the Packers. Jesus. That would have been way after Hudson. That would have been... Son of a bitch, I have no idea.
Hey Siri.
Yeah, hey Siri. Hey Siri.
I asked Google if Andrew Kopp played for the Avs, and then she told me a story about some New York governor that played for another professional Colorado team instead. And I was like, that's not what I was asking. But thank you for the information. I appreciate it.
Jesus
Just spit
Christ.
something out.
This list is this is Frank right
Let's go.
now.
Al Del Greco. I know he kicked for them in the 80s.
Fuck yeah, you hit it.
No shit.
Jesus Christ. That was one of the names on this list that I was.
I was just trying to think
I've
of
heard
any
of that
kickers from the
dude.
80s.
Yeah.
Mr. Del Greco played the 84
Good
through
God.
87 with the Packers, but then played up until his last season was 99-2000.
Okay, yeah. Because I knew he was a long time player, and I was like, holy, how close can I get this?
And to answer your question, Mr. Anderson, of the O Gary variety, is third. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good job.
All right. Thanks
Nice,
for playing.
nice game. All right, we'll try.
That's wild.
Yeah, that
we'll
was
try
fun.
something new next time. Well done. All right, let's move on to news and notes in the NFL and a review of Week 6. We had some upsets here,
Yeah.
gentlemen and lady. The Jets beat the Birds. Tank, what the hell happened here?
I literally have no idea. Like, they solved the riddle of how to slow Philly down, I guess. I don't know what happened in that game.
Mark?
Hate to put it this way, but I think a couple of teams really got caught in kind of a trap moment where they thought that they were better than they actually are. And I think it's one of the reasons why Kansas City has kind of faltered a little bit this year is they're showing up to these games and just expecting to win instead of actually earning it. And I think that was the case in Philadelphia. I also think that was the case with another game we're going to talk about, but that it was an atrocious football game. It was an atrocious football game played on both sides, and that's the same with the other game we're going to talk about. And actually, there was a lot of really, really awful football this past weekend. Really, really fucking bad football in both pro and college. But this game was not devoid of that. And I honestly think that they just played down to their competition. And you're not going to win a lot of games doing that. You're not going to win a championship doing that. Really makes Miami look really good right now.
MJ, what do you got?
I'm going to say that it's Taylor Swift's fault.
Well, at least you didn't call cheating on the Raiders.
Sometimes you just
now
gotta
here's the question that I had.
You tend to be cheating.
Here's the question I had about the game, though. Did Aaron Rodgers and Travis Kelce meet on the sidelines during the game?
Well, I will.
And have a political debate like Aaron Rodgers
No.
wanted them to have.
I don't believe so.
Or
No,
meet at
they
all
did
on
not.
the sidelines. Because he was at the game.
Yeah,
They were both at the
because
game.
Rodgers was fucking warming up. He was like, "Don't worry, coach, I can go in," and everyone's like, "No."
He was
Yeah,
throwing the
he's
ball.
throwing the ball around
He was throwing
Yeah,
dimes. He looked really good.
when he wasn't moving.
Yeah,
Right.
he can't walk.
Yeah, he
That's
can't
the
walk.
problem.
Right.
You can still throw the
Right.
football
And that's a
around.
really weird thing. Usually when you have someone who is on injured reserve, they throw you out of the building and you're not allowed to be around the team. And that's been the case as long as I can remember. And I've never seen someone there warming up on the field, just throwing the ball around when you're on injured reserve and not coming out.
Not only that, but he said on McAfee that he was in the headset calling, helping with the the offense. Not only is he on injured reserve, but he is helping call the game.
It's crazy.
That's wild to me.
The way this game broke down, if you look at the box score, if you just look at the pure stats, the Eagles won the game in every way except one. They turned the ball over 4 times and did not generate a single turnover. That's exactly what happened.
Right.
They just did not take care of the football and didn't make enough plays on defense. Hence, you only score, 14 points.
They failed when it mattered most.
Yeah. Not enough tush pushes.
And Mark Sanchez is a really bad color commentator.
Yeah,
I don't know how many games I can handle.
He
him
says
calling.
some off the wall shit, doesn't he?
You don't like the Sanchez on commentary?
Oh my God. He had some, like, literally, I think I heard my weightlifting coach say this one time, but when he's talking about Jalen Hurts being slipperier than a salmon covered in fucking Vaseline, I was like, kill me now. Just kill me now.
Fourth in a Walmart parking lot.
It's like, no fucking way, bro. Like, I literally heard somebody say that in a weight room one time when I was 16. Sanchez, man. And his hair, man. His hair looks good, though. He's got it growing out. You know, it's kind of like this weird mullet length.
Oh, my
It looks nice. It looks nice. What? What am I missing here? What? All right,
Whoever's editing the agenda.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Come back to it later. It's at the
What
end
is
now.
happening?
Let's move on to the next upset while MJ took pictures of things on the agenda. Jesus Christ.
I got distracted. I was trying to draw a text box. It's fine. Shut up.
For those of you who can't see at home, MJ just put a hand-drawn picture of a phallus.
Not just a phallus.
It's dick butt.
Yeah, it's both.
It's dick
Dick
butt.
butt. All right.
I just took a picture of it and
Right.
us in the same frame. I don't think I doxed anybody, but I'm going to send it in our chat just so you guys could look at
Right.
it. But this may have to go out on the
Right.
internet.
All right, let's talk about the
Oh, no, I didn't get the picture of dick butt.
Jesus.
It disappeared.
Let's move on to the next upset. The Browns beat the 49ers, which I don't think anybody saw happening. Mark, I'm going to start with you.
One guy did. Actually, I can think of two
No.
off the top of my head. Mark Seaborn and Larry Knoll. Larry Knoll, who hit every game except for one.
Wow.
We gave out three
Three
appetizers, by the
we
way.
still did
Not
pretty
one.
good.
That makes
But
sense.
it's still pretty good, man. When 40 people are playing. But there's at least two people that called it. Another really bad game. You saw Brock Purdy come back to reality. You saw Brock Purdy without two of his very big star players, who he may be without them again this week. Who knows? Deebo Samuel seems a little bit. I mean, he's been hurt all year, right? He has yet to play an entire healthy game this year, Deebo Samuel, but he's been out there. And you saw what missing Christian McCaffrey does to this offense, which is one of the reasons why I guess they were leaning on him so much. I watched a San Francisco game a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you're going to kill him. You're going to kill the kid. And they kind of have already. They need him to last a lot longer than 6 weeks. But you saw what happened when he went out. It changed the game completely, and Brock Purdy wasn't ready for it. Not to say that he can't get up in that big moment and play better, but you saw him, I think, take for granted the pieces that were around him. And when they were gone, he played a completely different style of football that was ugly, very, very ugly. And the Cleveland Browns had no business being in that game. It was played awfully on both sides.
I think
So,
the adjective
I mean-
you're looking for that style of football that Purdy played was just bad. He had a very bad day.
Bad
Oh,
football.
bad day.
Bad football
Right.
again.
MJ, any thoughts?
I kind of watched this game, and then it was so bad that I instead chose to traumatize myself by reading House of Leaves. So, you just kind of go ahead and take a gander on how that game went.
Tank, Mark touched on the injuries, and there's another significant one. Trent Williams, their outstanding left tackle, also left this football game. What do you think happened here?
I mean, I think it was hit on the head perfectly. This was ugly football. Neither team looked like they wanted to win, and it even came down to a missed field goal at the end. Like, this was an ugly game from basically the mid part of the first quarter. It was ugly as ugly from there on out. And yeah, both of these teams do not have, when they don't have their weapons on the field, they're dead. They're dead in the water. It's as simple as that.
Well, there aren't any weapons to be had in Cleveland besides Nick Chubb.
Well, which he's not on the field.
No, there's one. He's a sexual predator.
He's not a
but he
weapon.
wasn't
He's
playing.
terrible. He hasn't looked good since he came back.
Ask any woman if he's a weapon
Oh,
or not.
jeez.
Yes, MJ.
I say that there's one weapon, and it's the horrifying fucking 3D rendered dog from 2006 that they put on the screen when the other team is kicking a field goal. What the fuck is that thing? It was horrifying. Looked like some Transformers
Cleveland,
Beast
man.
Wars shit. Like, it's bad.
Have you seen
Cleveland.
what they do on the screen in Minnesota at the University of Minnesota when the other team's kicking a field goal? They put that shocked like hamster on, and he's like, "Er."
I did see that.
The dramatic hamster.
Did you also see that game? They went into overtime and the kicker won it. And as the kicker's going through, you see up on there, it's the Kevin James
Oh, yeah.
meme of him
Mhm.
winking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought that clip
level
was
of
great. It was like,
screen trolling is getting really good.
Yeah, some teams got in trouble for some of that this weekend too.
No, just playing music while they were trying to call plays. But we'll talk about that.
Just harassing the other
Right.
team during the game.
Right. The last specific game we're going to talk about, another ugly one. The Bills win a close one over the Giants. And I can't believe this actually made it on the agenda because I wasn't going to talk about it.
I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, I don't know which one of those two jabronis put it on
It was
there,
me.
but I remember they talked
wasn't
about it
me.
on Sunday.
So
for a while.
we're gonna
Go
kick it
on.
over. I put it in the group chat
Nope.
as it was happening live. Mark,
I just want to say I have no part in this. It was a terrible
was
football
awful.
game.
it was awful.
It was one of the worst
But that's
I've
why I
ever
brought
seen.
it up.
And both quarterbacks are awful. I don't want to have any part of this argument, but I know how this is going to go. I can't wait for it. So Michaela, let's just watch this one because I know you have no interest
no,
in
I don't
this.
either. I'm gonna get my fucking
Let's
popcorn.
watch these two. Let's watch these two grown-ass men tear themselves apart over.
Yeah,
backup
over two
quarterbacks.
shitty, like third-string quarterbacks. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, so I put it in the group chat as it was happening live that Tyrod is better than Danny Dimes. Tank react.
Yeah. And all I put was really.
I'm gonna go make a drink.
Yeah, I put really question mark because it's basically the same stats. Because both of them were so ineffective in that offense that it's unbelievable. Just saying.
No, Tyrod's better. He's
didn't throw a pick.
He's got a far better touchdown interception ratio. He's got a better quarterback rating.
Not with the Giants.
Backup quarterback coming into one game. He's not getting any reps. What do you expect? I'm talking about their career. Tyrod's a better option for them. That's what I was saying.
Oh, I know, but saying one's that better than the other in this game, based on this game, I mean, really. He had 0 touchdowns. He fumbled. It's just as bad. He had the same amount of rushing yards, hilariously. And,
What's up with your boy?
oh,
Dable?
I think that's the bigger issue because wow.
Do they? I'm tired of this conversation already.
I was
No,
over it.
I just thought it was funny because both of them are garbage, and I think the Giants team is garbage, and I'm wondering if it's Daboll's fault.
But what's up with your boy Tank? Because does his offensive coordinator in 2 plays to the huddle, and one of them's a run when you have no timeouts? Is that really something?
Completely shaved bald and then just stepped on the sideline that let me call the plays?
You'd have to stick like a pillow because you're.
Well, yeah, I'd have to fatten up a little bit.
Yeah, he's got you by some pounds, man. But you could probably sneak in and nobody would notice.
If I just kill him and drag him to the back and just start calling plays,
people would be like, "Somebody knows how to run this." This
why
is
is
weird.
the offense working all of a sudden? Why isn't it?
We should drug test Brian Dable because he's
just see Tank. He's got a headset on and he goes, Spider 2Y banana.
I'll make up plays on the sideline.
Nobody would notice except the Giants would get marginally better. Marginally better because that team is not winning any games. They're not doing anything with that talent that they have on that team.
Yeah,
holy crap, they're bad.
And that's the thing. Like, you can say it's obviously they have just no talent, especially on the offensive line, and the offense in general is just really not good. But God, how ineffective can you call a game to make it that close and still suck that hard?
And why is Buffalo so terrible? Oh my God.
No offensive rhythm at all? Because
they don't have an identity. What is the offense? What I know we talked about this in our little group chat. I mentioned it. I don't know what they're trying to do on offense. I don't understand it. What is the offense designed around there? It looks ugly. It looks clunky. It's not effective at all. They're not taking advantage of the things that they do well. And they're doing things terribly a lot. Like it is just awful to look at.
This
reminds not fun to watch.
This reminds me a lot of the Schottenheimer years in.
I was going to say
in
that
San Diego with Philip Rivers.
Yes,
and I wonder if we're going to see this kind of a career arc for young Mr. Allen up there in Buffalo.
I was going to say that.
Too many good quarterbacks. The coaching is not good. The talent's not great. I don't know, guys. It's not looking good in the short-term future, at least until they put some more pieces around Josh. But I'm reminded of that era of San Diego football.
It's ugly. It's unwatchable, really. They're not running the ball when they should. They're doing a lot of screen passes and like jet sweeps and shit, and trying to force the ball where it doesn't need to be. And their tight ends, sorry, your boy Knox,
I know, man.
got some stone hands, man. Holy shit. And he can
He's
get
past
open. He just
neither
can't
on the
catch
stone
the
hand
fucking
scale.
ball, man.
Yeah.
He can get open. He was open all game, but I can see why Josh isn't throwing his way. Not with those bricks. It's just unwatchable football. And it reminds me a lot, like you said, Matt, of when it was LaDainian Tomlinson and Phillip Rivers, and that's all they had in San Diego. You could count on, Phillip for throwing for 250 to 300. You could count on LT getting 100 to 200 yards of total offense every single fucking game. And you could count on the Chargers to lose 60 to 75% of their games. It's unwatchable. It's terrible coaching.
MJ, what are your thoughts?
I'm trying to. It was bad. Thomas. Game was
What?
bad. I got
LaDainian
confused.
Tomlinson.
Yes.
Yeah. What about him?
I got confused for a second. I was thinking of someone else. I was gonna try to make it about the Vikings, but I got his name fixed. Turned upside down.
Were you thinking of Adrian Peterson?
Potentially. Hold on.
Okay, we're going to move on to other
Yeah.
stuff. And bad
Yeah.
football.
I don't want to talk about Adrian Peterson at all.
But yes,
Another
there was
terrible guy.
There was a lot of bad football this weekend, Mark.
Oh my God, this is atrocious. And it's really funny because I can actually watch bad football and just be like, this is bad football, but at least it's hilarious. Like you saw the play, and I can't remember the name of the guy. I was going to look him up before we did dipshit because he was going to be my dipshit where he's blocking his own tackle in that Bears game.
That's fantastic for them Seahawks.
Right.
And then the offensive tackle's just like,
Good Lord, yeah.
and he didn't tell him about it right away. He just kind of stood there
Right.
and watched him for a
Yeah,
minute.
the guard blocking the tackle on the same team. Yeah.
It's so good. But
Dumbass.
it's so bad. Like I can watch it because something's gonna happen. It's still violent and everything. It's not like bad baseball where bad baseball is just bad. Bad football is like comically hilarious. It's like watching the first few games the Replacements had. There's some humor to that.
Tank, how much bad football did you take in?
Way too much because
More than we should have.
I don't. There might have been one or two games that were okay to watch this weekend. There was a lot of what the fuck play calling, a lot of really stupid, just terrible plays by every team seemingly, and nobody knew what they were doing at all. It was horrendous to watch.
We're getting into that part of the season where injuries are starting to take the toll. The guys that are coming in behind them are not getting the reps in practice that week because people are getting hurt. And then coming off of buys, coming out of a trip from London back. So, the Bills didn't play great last week in London. They come back from London, clearly jet lagged, didn't look great.
Yeah.
That mess in Cleveland was just garbage. MJ, over to you. What was your favorite bad football game that you watched this weekend?
I don't think I took one in its entirety.
I'd dick butt.
I did not watch the game. That's for sure.
I just switched my screens and I got dick butt. Anyways, carry on.
That sounds unfortunate.
That's why I'm laughing.
No, I mean, so there wasn't enough hockey on Sunday for me to not watch football, but I did, like, literally have football on in the background and read House of Leaves instead. So, like, it was rough.
Do you want to know the antidote to bad football? You want to know what that is, truly? It's red zone. Red zone is the antidote to bad football.
Yeah, but it's all
At least you're gonna
spendy
see
and shit
exciting
now.
stuff. Well, comes with my Xfinity, so what am I?
Oh, comes with my
Yeah. Ooh. So I watch Red Zone, and it's awesome. love red zone.
I love red zone too, but we don't
Right?
get it, so
Don't get red
kind
zone.
of fucked.
Yeah.
I get
right,
hockey
it is
red
interesting.
zone on Tuesday.
It is interesting that you brought up the injury thing. One thing that I think you're seeing this year, as opposed to previous years when you're in the drills of the season, was the backups were more prepared previously because the preseason was longer. Not to say that we need more preseason games, because I don't think we do, but I think that's what you're seeing with that, like you said, with the reps every week, but also the reps at the beginning of the year. They don't honestly know kind of what they're doing because they don't have that practice behind them yet. So it is interesting that you know the injury part of it.
Yep. Speaking of injuries, there were some fairly significant ones after this week. Colts star rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson is now out for the season.
Season-ending labrum
That
surgery.
sucks, man. He was such a bright spot of, such a bad media situation down there in Indianapolis, because that fucking owner that they have can't fucking walk 5 steps without stepping in bad press. And, the Jonathan Taylor thing's going on, and that got ugly. It sounds like it's resolved now, but it was very ugly for a while. And then you had Anthony Richardson, who came out and was awesome, and then now he's hurt. And, man, what a bummer for this kid. Hopefully he comes back and he's okay.
Yeah, Tank, it looks like it's mustache time in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? Which, God, that's a downshift if there's ever been one. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Like they had a bright spot that looked good in a few games. He looked competent, looked better than a lot of people were going to give him credit for. And then just bad beat and get his shoulder injured. And he's out for the season at least. But, for him, he's probably making the best decision, which is get the surgery. Don't do a Baker Mayfield year,
Yes,
take the time off, get
100%.
fixed. Don't screw yourself.
Get it right.
100%.
Right. MJ, any thoughts?
I'm gonna walk into this one for you guys. But Anthony Richardson was my starting quarterback, but because of another guy who got injured, who was my 3rd string quarterback, I get to, instead of starting my 2nd string quarterback, potentially start my 4th string quarterback. Boys, we might have Brian Hoyer starting a fantasy football game.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you know what? I'm going to jumble up the old agenda, and we'll go right into that because Jimmy Garoppolo is hurt. MJ, it is Hoyer time.
Not necessarily. I guess they were saying that they gave the rookie a bunch of snaps during practices, so it's up in the air whether it'll be rookie boy, whose name I do not know. I'm so sorry, sir, and Hoyer the Destroyer. But I will be watching with great anticipation so that I could potentially start Mr. Hoyer in a real live fantasy football game.
Before we get any further into it, I need to state the obvious. Nobody cares about your fantasy team.
Yeah, but
Tank, is anybody surprised that Jimmy G got hurt?
No. Especially that guy gets hurt
Logan,
constantly.
no.
But then
Logan
especially
Driscoll,
with
no.
that moron as a coach,
No.
makes it even worse.
Boost.
Boost, no.
Boost.
Yeah,
Boost.
bad.
Boost,
Yeah.
no.
Yep. Another quarterback went down. It looks like, Mark, that Justin Fields bork his thumb and can't grip a football.
That sucks.
Yeah.
There's another one of those 1,000-yard rushers that isn't going to get a
I know. There's 2 of them. There's 2.
That's all I gotta say about Justin.
Actually 3. That's 3 of them.
Yeah. Tank loses another ballot for himself.
I mean, 3 of the guys that I actually thought could do it get injured. What the fuck?
That's because they're running quarterbacks. They can't stay healthy. He broke his foober.
Well, he might still end up playing. He's just doubtful for this game.
Because he doesn't.
The doubtful means you're not going.
He's your
never know.
boo.
I mean, it's hard for him to throw anyway, so does it really matter?
Throw it with no fummer.
Is it
He's
illegal
been
to
thrown with
chest
no
pass
thumbs
the
all but 2
football?
games
Like
this year,
just
so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It is not illegal to chest pass the football. You can absolutely do that.
Yeah.
He's just gonna have to Philip Rivers it. Yeah, all shoulder, just right here. Got that thing down here.
Drop foot it, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, if he's throwing to
That's the
DJ Moore, maybe he'll make something happen.
maybe.
I hear Gene
Gotta get
Mingo's
it.
available.
To play quarterback.
Why not?
Yeah, sure. Play quarterback.
Yeah. He played QB for
Right.
a while. You know.
Yep. And an injury note that may have some impact on the Broncos game on Sunday. Aaron Jones is questionable. Tank,
Yeah.
what did he do?
It's still the same thing. It's that hamstring from week 1. It's still killing him apparently, and they've been putting him on limited reps for the last couple weeks since he's been back, and he's still sitting there. Looks like he's still going to be in the limited reps position this week too. Which
Mark, go ahead.
Which against Denver, having a good run game is basically all you need.
Right. Mark, is this a get right game for Mr. Jones?
Me and Mr.
That's Mr.
Jones.
Mr. Jones and me.
Yeah, I know. I was going
Playing
with
yet and
me and
Mr.
Mrs.
Howard.
Jones, but with Mr. Jones. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't have much fucking hoop for our poor Denver Broncos this week. I feel like they are only doing some fan service by keeping this team together as long as they are. And as soon as the Broncos lose to the Packers on Sunday, it will be a firestorm of a sale. And they've already got all the offers in. They're just waiting until after the home game so that they don't get booed ridiculously. And, they're trying to make sure that their no-shows are less than 10,000. And if they start trading now, they're going to have that. So they're waiting until after the home game to get as much attendance as they can. And then this Broncos team is going to be a bunch of youngins.
MJ, thoughts?
I haven't watched a full Broncos game yet this season because they've all been that bad.
Yeah, good for you.
But
Yeah, that's
yeah, thanks.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with Mark. It's time for the children. It's for the children.
Children. It's for the children.
It's for the babies.
The wee babies.
All right, let's move on to bad betting advice. If you take any of this as financial advice, you are stupid. Mark, pew pew pick 'em. Take it away.
Oh, wait. Wow. I see. You said bad betting advice. I was looking all over the place for a bad bet, but we are not doing that this week. We're going to do pew pew pick 'em. Just a refresher for those who are listening and don't know, and Michaela, who hasn't played in a while and will be playing today, which makes this a lot more fun. We are submitting picks for our confidence pool for the restaurant that I work for. What a confidence pool is you pick the games, just not against the spread or anything, but you have to assign a point value, and the ones you are more confident in, you put more points on. The ones you are less confident in, you put less points on. Now, we are not going to do the confidence pool side of that. I just felt like explaining that because I feel like a lot of people have kind of missed that part of this. For Pew Pew Pick'em, you get 8 seconds each to tell me who's going to win the game and why. I will give you the team names, the location of the game, and the MGM bet points spread according to them as of, we'll say, 7 p.m. Mountain on Wednesday. So this is already kind of a little old, but I'm sure these lines haven't moved. I will tell you, I found a lot of them very weird, but there you go. So 8 seconds. Michaela, if you don't mind, I'm going to use you as the third person in this, mostly because I know you're hilarious. And it's more fun when you get to break ties and pick against Frank. Pick against Frank.
Not wrong.
Frank.
I don't always pick against Frank, but I'll keep it in mind.
I actually got the one.
I specifically, yeah, he did. He's like 1 for 9 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Against the
1 out
tie.
of 8. But I got one.
So I've got a magic timer here. It very rarely goes off, and when it does, we don't listen to it anyways. But we're going to go through every single game on the docket, starting with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are going down to where Michaela just came from in New Orleans. They are playing the Saints. The Saints are favored by 1 versus the Jaguars. Frank, go.
That's completely home game, and they looked terrible this week. Jaguars win it.
Matt, what do you think?
Agree. Get right game for Jacksonville.
Well, you don't have much of a tie to break, but I still want to hear what you have to say.
The only people better at New Orleans weather are Florida people. So, yes, Jacksonville. God, New Orleans was so fucking humid.
That's a good one.
I was
That was a good
drowning,
one.
breathing.
This next one confused me too. The Atlanta Falcons are going down to Florida to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are favored by 2.5 at home. I'm confused by that a little bit, but I haven't been watching the AFC South much. I just know those teams, neither one of them are very good. I just always thought the Bucs are trash because of Baker Mayfield, but I don't know. Anyways, Bucs at home, 2.5 against Atlanta. Matt, go.
Baker Mayfield is trash. Atlanta wins.
Frank, go.
Atlanta makes dumb decisions. Bucks win.
Oh boy. So I gotta put that here, and we're gonna put that one there. And then Michaela, tell me who's gonna win this one.
I watched a 7.5-hour video on the Falcons, and they're good. Falcons win.
How do they learn how to use Bijan Robinson? I don't trust them.
Why aren't they using Bijan Robinson?
That's what I've been asking literally every
Right.
week. I have
It
no
doesn't
idea.
make sense. Thinking of things that don't make sense, the Buffalo Bills, who looked terrible last week, are going to get right against Mac Jones and the Patriots. I already know what Matt's going to say, but he's going to speak first because I know what he's
I
going
spoke
to say.
first last time.
Okay, you're not going to speak first because you spoke first
And-
last time.
And where's the game?
It is in New England. It is in New England, but the Bills are favored by 8.5 on the road. Frank, tell me what you think about the Bills and Pats.
God, this feels weird. Bills win, but I don't think it's by 8.5.
Okay. Matt, go.
We're beginning to see the end of Bill Belichick. The GM, Bill Belichick, will get the coach fired. Bills win.
Okay, that's you. That's not the take I thought you were going to go with because it's not. The
I
take
know.
Michaela, his standard take is Mac Jones is trash.
Mac Jones is trash.
Michaela, what do you think about this game? It's already been decided, but I still want to hear what you have to say.
Mac Jones is trash. Bills win. I'll cover it for you, Matt. Don't worry, I got
It's
you.
It's one of my favorite football takes on this thing is Mac Jones is trash. Speaking of trash, we're going to take some out right now where the Cleveland Browns are going to mosey on down the road to take on the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. The Browns are favored by 2.5 on the road. Matt, go.
Sure. Cleveland. Why not?
I mean, I've got one really good reason not to root for Cleveland, but Frank, go ahead and tell me what's going to happen here.
The legend of the mustache begins again. Go Colts.
Okay, I've got a K there and a T there. Who gets the circle, Michaela? Tell me.
This game is an aesthetic nightmare, but I like Minshew more than I like the Browns. Give me the Colts, please.
And as far as I'm concerned, what's his name is still employed with Cleveland, right?
Correct.
So the Browns are trash. Fuck them.
Yeah, now he's getting paid $20 million or $40 million to sit on the bench.
Yeah, and he's also a piece of shit. So fuck Cleveland. Specifically the Browns. There are other franchises that are okay in Cleveland. And Cleveland, calm down. You don't listen anyways. Shut up. Lions are moseying out of Detroit, going down to Baltimore, where they're taking on the Ravens, and the Ravens are favored by 3 at home. Frank, tell me why this is wrong.
Baltimore's healthy again, but this might be one of the best games of the week. I'm going to say that. But I think Detroit wins it.
Hey, Matt, what do you think?
You can make the argument that the Lions are the best team in the league. Give me the Lions.
That is 100% a statement I agree with. We've said it all year. They're a fun team to watch, and I love the way they're coached. I still want to hear what Dipshit has to say before I circle anything. Go ahead.
Dan Campbell is my second favorite NFL coach. Lions.
He's so great, isn't he?
Wait. Who's your first?
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, he's my
Okay.
favorite.
Yeah.
He's him and Kyle are like tied co-favorites for me, but I'm right there with you. Here's another fucking heaping pile of steaming dog shit. Where the Las Vegas Raiders are going to go on the road to Chicago, and the Raiders on the road with possibly their fourth string quarterback playing are favored by 3 against the Justin Fields' thumbsless Bears. Tank, go ahead and tell me.
Who the fuck is the backup for Chicago?
So
have no idea.
I asked my wife who was playing, and she looked at me. She goes, "Some jabroni."
I had to stop the timer because you jumped in on his.
I know, but I had to share it.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, without Justin Fields, it's got to be the Raiders, I guess. Jesus, who cares?
Okay, Matt, go ahead. Tell me.
Josh McDaniels is trash. Go Bears.
I mean, I agree with that.
Michaela, tell me why Hoyer's going to destroy you.
Yeah, normally I would say cheating on the Raiders, but fuck that. Let's go Destroyers. They could lose 80-0, but as long as he got a bunch of yards, I don't care.
I just
He's
want
on my TV screen. We're good.
You guys unanimously picked the Raiders, and I get it. It's the Bears.
Oh,
We
no,
literally did
no,
nothing
yeah,
was
oh,
unanimous about that.
Nothing
One.
was unanimous. I said Josh McDaniels is trash.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I should put a K there. I forgot
yeah.
about that take. No, I'm stupid. I was listening and I heard it, but it didn't go through. The next game on the docket, the New York Smalls. I'm not going to call them the Giants anymore. They don't deserve it. They're not even the little Giants. They're the New York Smalls. Are in New Jersey, where the Washington Commanders are going to head right on north there. And the Washington Commanders are favored by 2.5 on the road, pacing the Smalls. Matt, go ahead and tell me what's going to happen in this one.
It's pretty obvious. Washington's going to win. Ron Rivera lives another day.
Does he, Frank?
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think Daboll is going to go from coach of the year to fired very quickly here.
Not wrong about that. Michaela, tell me something fun about this game.
It objectively sucks. Let's go Washington, I guess.
And
What's the
Washington.
Wah.
Washington.
Wah.
Oh boy.
Maydor.
I've made a giant error here. Can somebody do a little math and I'll go on and go to the next game here? I missed a spread here.
Well, you have to tell us what the next game is, and we'll do it.
But I
Okay.
totally misspelt that. But there you go. If somebody would do a little research for me.
All right.
the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Battle
I
of the
believe
Birds.
it's
We're gonna
8
skip.
points.
We're gonna skip that one and come back. But right now, we're gonna go to the Los Angeles Rams of Anaheim, California, where the Pittsburgh Steelers, Michaela's favorite team in the entire planet, are going to go into the Los Angeles Anaheim auditorium, and the Rams are favored by 3 at home. Frank, tell me about this one.
I think it's. I mean, it's a home game, which is funny, but I think the Rams are a better team still, so they win.
Yeah, and the Steelers fans travel well, but there are a lot of Rams fans in Los Angeles, so I feel like this is going to be more of a home game than people think. But yeah, you're right that 3 points. Thank you, sir. Matt, go ahead and tell me what this one's going to be like.
I hate this game so much. Give me the Rams.
I know it's kind of a gross game, isn't it?
It is.
Michaela, tell me something interesting about anything.
Matt Stafford as a person is better than the entire city of Pittsburgh. Go Rams.
And she's been there.
She's been there.
No, I haven't.
Oh, your
her
mom
mother's
was there.
been
Your
there.
mom
Yeah,
was
Mom went to Pittsburgh.
She was there for like 3 weeks. Michaela's like, I gotta go to San Francisco and New
Yeah, right.
Orleans.
Yeah.
I gotta go to New Orleans for
Yeah.
a paid trip, and Mom's like, I have to go to fucking Pittsburgh in February.
I get to go to fun places like
in
Nashville.
February. Like, you're in the
That's
Tri
suck.
River fucking area in February. Oh fuck,
Yeah.
that's awful.
But the
We're gonna
Yingling
go
stuff.
back to the Battle of the Birds. The Cardinals are going up from the desert to take on the Seahawks. The Sea Chickens are favored by 7.5 at home. I stole that. You're welcome. Steal it again. Pass it on. Matt, tell me about this game.
I can't honestly pick the Cards here. It's got to be the Sea Chickens.
That 7.5 seems big, doesn't it, Frank?
That 7.5 is huge, especially for a team that blocks itself. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Cardinals.
Beat the buzzer on it, but Michaela, tell me what's going on.
I like Redbirds more than Bluebirds, and I haven't watched either of these teams. Go Cards.
So we're picking the Seahawks, right? Or is right? Both of you guys picked that? No.
We took the Cards.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Okay.
I picked the Sea Chickens. The other two overrode me.
You want to
Honestly, I wasn't listening to what Frank said. I heard buzzards, and I was just like, "It's a bird, whatever." So we're picking the Cardinals, and yeah, okay. Anyways, the next game on the Broncos on the docket. You just heard it. The Packers are coming into town, taking on the Denver Broncos. Your Denver Broncos, our Denver Broncos, Russ's Denver Broncos, Sean Payton's Denver Broncos. The Broncos are underdogs. The Packers are favored by 1 point currently on the road. Frank, tell me about this game.
Well, hopefully Sean Payton doesn't show everyone his playbook again. Packers are garbage this year. Broncos on a whim.
All right, Matt, tell me about this one.
Green Bay's quarterback is trash. Give me the Broncos.
Michaela?
Russell Wilson only needs one more touchdown to beat the number of bathrooms that he has in his house. And he will get it in the most shitty fucking way.
This year.
7-3 Broncos.
7-3. Oh, if I have to watch a 7-3 football game on Sunday, I will fucking kill myself. I will throw myself over the balcony and be like 10 steps down below us.
Yeah, it's not far.
And I might twist an ankle.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
You think like a lot, but considering what these two teams have done recently, whew,
If
that's
it's
an
a
ass.
7-3 game, I promise that. It's Scarlett.
Love you, big girl. Say hi.
Hi.
Look what Aunt Mimi got me for our wedding anniversary. It's
What is
Rapunzel.
that?
It's Rapunzel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she comes with the most important person in the world.
Max.
Yeah.
Your favorite Disney character.
Look at the shirt. Shirt is Max too.
Maximus. Well, I know something that they did horrible with the Chiefs versus the Broncos. They literally called bad call. They called bad things.
All game. That's true.
Yeah.
I agree that the bad calls were everywhere.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the strongest, most cogent take you'll hear on this podcast. The rest
Absolutely. There's nothing very coherent about the rest of the show. Aunt Mimi says she loves you. She's a little sick though, so she's not going to come out. But she says
Good
she
night,
loves
Uncle
you.
Gonzo.
Good night. Love you too.
Good night, King Goon.
Good night,
And Uncle Goon.
Uncle King, King Goon, Uncle Goon, whatever.
At least you're not Uncle Daddy. Anyways,
That's right.
because we have one of those, unfortunately. The next game on the docket, the Chargers, who nobody cares where they belong, are going on the road to face the Chiefs at Arrowhead, who at home are favored by 5.5. Matt, tell me about this one.
It feels like a game that the Chiefs could lose, but give me Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. What do you think there, Franco?
I had the same thought, but I still think it's going to be the Chiefs that pull this out.
I feel like Vegas is pulling some punches too. Like they're a little gun shy on the Chiefs right now until they figure their act together.
5.5 is a small game for them.
Because the Chargers are not that good, but I mean they've just been playing down to everybody. Michaela, what do you think?
Broncos, Jesus.
Michaela, go ahead.
Chiefs undefeated with Taylor Swift in the building. Go Chiefs.
Yeah.
Will she be there?
Gross.
I'm assuming she went to fucking the Eagles game, dude.
Oh, okay.
She's just a tag along at this point.
She is.
La, 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 la. But maybe she'll go to the race. Never mind. That's too deep of a cut. Never mind. Ignore everything that just happened. I was gonna go on
another game of the week candidate here. Sunday night football. You've got the Dolphins leaving Miami, strolling up to Philly, and they're facing the Eagles at home, who are favored by 2.5. These could be the two best teams in all of football. At least the Dolphins really look like it. Frank, no, let's go Matt this time. What do you think?
Philadelphia is vulnerable. Give me Miami.
Okay, Frank?
I think Philly figures it out and they take it this week.
Okay, so I got to do the K and the T. Michaela.
Mike McDaniels is my favorite coach in the NFL. Go Dolphins.
Dolphins is the pick. I could go either way on this one, too.
I think it'll be the best game of the year, probably. At least so far.
Tank, we've actually picked with you once this time.
Oh, it's weird. I know.
Yeah, the Cardinals. Oh, wow. That's just
which is so weird for the Cardinals. Yeah.
Red birds better than blue birds.
Last game of the week. I am so done with this segment this week. It's my segment. It's been off the rails since the beginning. I know. 49ers are going on the road to face Kirk Cousins, who does not like that in Minnesota. The Vikings are at home, but the 49ers are favored by 6.5. Frank, tell me what you think.
I mean, both teams are injured to hell at this point. 49ers somehow.
Okay, Matt?
Kirk Cousins is trash. But the Niners do not cover.
I don't think so either.
I knew Kirk Cousins was trash is coming. I almost synced it up perfectly. Michaela, tell me something interesting about this one.
I would rather they fucking weekend at Bernie Fran Tarkenton's corpse to play for the Vikings instead of Kirk Cousins. Go Niners.
Fran Tarkenton, you watched
too much YouTube.
9.5 hours, brother.
You watch way too much YouTube.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because it was fun and I learned things. Did you know there was a Viking in 1974 who drank 56 pounds of beer? There was a Viking in 1974 who drank 56 pounds of beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Pew Pew Pick'em. Back to you, Matt.
Did you know that the best name in all of football used to play for the Vikings, and his name was Cletus Hunt?
Cletus Hunt. I love
they talk about him. They talk about him in the show.
Do they really?
Backup
defensive lineman Cletus Hunt.
Cletus Hunt.
Yeah.
That was back in the day when they used to come into town. And the announcers would actually have to announce they actually used to do the and now the starting offense for the Minnesota Vikings, Yeah. I think Titus Hunt was one of the names that Alan Roach had to say back in the day.
It was, but it was because he made a tackle.
And I'm just like, what?
Tackled on the play by
to who?
Titus Hunt. And I went, yes!
What did that man just say?
Called his name, and your father and I fell over in our chairs because we were waiting for it.
I know. I was there.
Oh, so good. All right, moving on to the NBA, and the preseason is wrapping up. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people playing a whole lot of minutes here, guys. I watched the Nuggets game yesterday. A lot of nobody and a lot of G League players going for the Nuggets against the Clips, even though they played some of their starters. Guys, have you taken in any preseason basketball? Tank, start with you.
A little bit, just enough to kind of see what's going on, but not much really.
Mark?
Not a lick of it. I had somebody coming to my establishment and say, "Oh, the Nuggets lost last night," and I was like, "Okay," and
Right.
refused to have a conversation with them for the rest
Yeah.
of the time.
It's preseason basketball. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
However,
the only-
we do have fun news. Looks like the feud between James Harden and the Philadelphia 76ers is getting worse. He is no showing to practice. He's no showing to games. They're going to start finding him. Mark, break it down for me.
Yeah, and he came out today and said, "This is not gonna get any better. This is only the beginning." So he doesn't want to be there.
No.
That's been obvious since September. Or
What
when
do you
was
mean
it?
when
It
he
was
demanded a trade?
when
Yeah.
he called
In
the
China?
when he called the owner and the GM both liars and said he would never do business with them again. Like, I think it was ugly then. This is just fun. I love it. He'll show up at some point and be 20 pounds heavy and then show up somewhere else and be in shape
Yep.
again. That'll be great.
Except for Oklahoma City, Tank, Harden has managed to force his way out of anywhere he's been. Kind of par for the course for this jabroni, isn't it?
Yeah, he's pretty good at it, weirdly enough. He's trying to force his way to the Clippers, right? Which, I mean, I guess could happen, but do you think they just let him go, or do they just keep finding him until he gives back his entire paycheck?
I don't think they just let him go unless they get a lot of value for him. But I don't see it working in Los Angeles. There's only one basketball there, and you've already got George and you've got Kawhi, and now you're going to add Harden, who's a black hole with the basketball to begin with. That's just not going to go well.
Oh God, no! That'd be bad to put him.
Those two dudes, the Kawhi and they would just fist fight. They would get into a fight.
Yeah.
I could literally see James Harden and Kawhi Leonard fighting on the floor.
Who wins?
Kawhi.
Harden.
Yeah.
Kawhi, but he's got a broken ankle afterwards.
Right.
For no reason other than it's his ankle.
For some reason, I think Harden fights dirty.
I can see that. You know, he seems like a bar fighter, but
Like grab a testicle or something.
he doesn't have the
squeeze him.
weight anymore, so he can't throw himself around.
He'd
Kawhi
come
wins,
into that
and
thing with a lead ingot hidden in the beard.
Exactly.
Kawhi
out
wins
some
the fight, but winds up with 2 Liz Frank injuries.
Yeah.
There you
Breaks both of his feet right in the middle of them.
MJ, who wins a fight between Kawhi Leonard and James Harden?
Why? Because he's cooler, and the only thing I know about James Harden is that he never likes what team he's on.
Never,
Never does.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. You just ain't working everywhere.
I know.
You played basketball.
Right.
It can't
See,
be
that's the thing. I
that
think he
bad.
likes playing basketball. He just hates being told what to do.
Oh,
But
no.
that's part of basketball. You have to be told what to do. That's awful.
He basically does what he wants on the court anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
There's no
absolutely
doubt.
true.
There's no doubt. The NBA hype machine is in full throat here, fellas. Wemby is getting all of the props. Tank, what's going on here?
They're already putting him as a top 50 player in the NBA, which is psychotic.
That poll comes out every year. That's done by the players, so the players are doing that.
I know. Why?
Isn't that wild?
No, I pulled up 2 of these things, and one of them was executives, and one of them was writers. And I don't remember which one was which, but I looked at CBS and I looked at the ESPN poll. Now I'm going to throw the ESPN
But the
poll
players
out.
poll, he's on there too.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, he's on the players poll
multiple
too.
polls.
So in the CBS poll, they've got him at 58.
Yeah.
The executive or the ESPN poll I threw out because they made Joker number 2. So I already come on, go fuck yourselves.
Who
This
was
is
number
just
1?
Giannis.
Yes.
Wow.
Giannis. And they had They had Wemby at 47. And the other reason why I threw it out is they made AD number 10. Like you can't be the 10th. You can't be the 10th best player in the league if you only play 60% of your team's game.
If you miss almost half of your games every year,
Right.
you can't be part of that list.
And even in the games you're playing, you're not even effective half the time.
Did you see the game? There's this highlight was strolling the internet where Wemby did grab he got a dunk, and he was probably like 10 feet away from the hoop, slams it down in this guy's face, and the guy just looks around like, the fuck just like literally looks like, how did that even
right?
The guy is pretty athletic.
There's no doubt.
There's
no doubt that the talent is there, but he hasn't played a single minute of meaningful NBA basketball yet. Let's wait a little bit before we crown this cat, shall we?
Yeah.
Right. Kid's 18.
Right. MJ, any thoughts?
I just watched a highlight of him dribbling a ball between someone's legs, so I guess he's cool. That looked cool.
All right. Awesome. Another athletic phenom set to return for a full season, he hopes, is Zion. Mark, what's your outlook for Zion with the Pels this year?
I'm going to put his over-under on fast food trips at 48 during the regular season.
Tank?
That's only slightly more than half the games. That's kind of low.
Oh, sorry. I meant 48 home trips. On the road, he eats out every time. Yeah. But at home, he's getting fast food 48 times.
He looks slimmer than he did last year, which is not saying much. But he looked kind of dynamic in the little bit of time he's been playing. So maybe Zion's back for a year. We'll see.
He's been in the league for 3 seasons. These are his game totals in those 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's not good.
24, 61, 29. There's no doubt he's a dynamic, athletic, explosive player, but with that body, he cannot play that game and continue to stay healthy. There's just too much torque on those joints, especially below the waist. They just can't do it.
He's also not very good at taking care of himself.
I think that might be the biggest problem. He has
one of the reasons why he breaks down so much is he is constantly out of shape and severely out of shape.
No self-control or desire to train a lot, it seems.
Right. He's
right.
This could go down as one of the biggest wastes of otherworldly talent that we've ever seen, because we've already said it. He's an explosive, dynamic player when healthy, and it just doesn't seem to hold up under an 82 games. It hasn't held up under an 82 game season. And it's one season at Duke, he didn't even finish the season. Well, that was the shoe's fault, but besides that
right. Shit was, I'm sorry. I get that probably changed the course of his professional career. But come on, the way that shoe just
too many pre-game cheeseburgers on that one.
The way that shoe just
blew out a tire.
Yeah, that's too many trips, too many Big Macs there, bud.
The way that thing just was like,
yeah,
it exploded.
Yep. MJ, what do you got?
Came apart at the seams. So funny.
Funny. I don't know him, but we're making fun of him for going out. Did you know that he was the 2018 McDonald's All-American?
Yeah.
Did they pay him out in coupons?
No, chicken nuggies.
Definitely nuggies.
They paid him out in nuggies.
It's a nuggies.
Yeah, it's a nuggies.
He was also the
explain it again with them nuggies.
Right. Now there are a whole mess of high school athletes in the basketball world that get to be McDonald's All-Americans, so that's it's a great coincidence, but yeah.
But he does like to eat fast food.
And he is, if healthy, probably one of the best basketball players in the last decade.
I'm going to say, if healthy, he's one of the most explosive. I wouldn't call him the best.
Okay, not best. Okay,
yeah.
Explosive players. We'll go that.
He's great within about 10 feet of the basket.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he has no perimeter shooting at all.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't really have a great handle. Doesn't have a shot. Just
no. His defense is fairly atrocious.
Yeah. There's quite a few holes in that armor, but
he's a much better player, but it's a fairly it's a fairly equal coincidence. Him and Eddie Lacy share the same after work habits. Eddie Lacy is famous for late night cheeseburger runs.
Yeah, gummy bears and Big Macs. Yeah.
Famous for it.
Yep.
Zion does the same thing.
All right. Other and more positive stuff in the NBA. The Nuggets return to the home court next Tuesday to begin their defense of the NBA title for the first time in their history. Mark, what do you think is going to happen?
They're going to win, and they're going to win all of them. And then they're going to get the thing again. And then that's the end of the season after they win again.
Tank?
Hilariously, I don't think Joker wants to play in the postseason again.
No,
but
he doesn't.
but I think he is good enough and is gonna, they have a really good team put together here, so I think they're gonna have a good run again.
MJ? You can just say yes, they're going to win.
Nuggets. Go Nuggets.
I think it's hilarious that ESPN is already making excuses for the Lakers, and we haven't even started the season.
They were making excuses for them 3 months ago.
Can I reinforce the moratorium on Laker talk for the show?
Yes.
Unless the Lakers do bad, we are not going to say anything about the Lakers.
Well, we will have to talk about them the next time we get together because that home opener when they raise the banner and give out the rings is against the Lakers.
Yes, it is. Hilariously.
Well, yeah, they're going to lose, so we can talk about them. So that
Yes,
it'll
correct.
be bad. It'll
Right.
be bad.
All right, moving on to NCAA football, and an unmitigated shit show happened at Folsom Field on Friday night. CU beating Stanford 29-0 and gives up the bag. Mark, talk me off the ledge.
What happened? I can't talk you off the ledge. Oh my God. Let's talk about, and it's not on the agenda, so I'm just going to throw it out there. Let's talk about the CSU Rammies who won on a very exciting last play. I don't know if you guys caught that, but they threw the Hail Mary and, the kid was right there and just caught it. What a fucking way to end a game,
And
man.
2  onsides. They executed 2  onsides.
2
That's
onside
like a
kicks.
17% chance you get to do that, right? They
Right.
did it twice.
That shit is insane. And I actually know somebody, you guys actually, Caleb wouldn't remember, but Mike Flick. Remember Mike Flick? Him and his whole family were at the game and stayed till the end.
Wow.
So they got on the field and stuff after the game got over.
That's
So
cool.
the CU thing is a shit show. That you can see that they're buying their own hype. Obviously, that's a thing. This team is not that good. We're seeing that it's ugly. They need another year with a better group of talent inside and more development for this team. You can see that these kids are young and inexperienced, and they got humbled bad in a very bad football game.
Tank?
I mean, yeah, they looked amazing in the first half. Everything was going, and just that second half, that just defensive collapse was ridiculous. They could not slow them down even a little bit in the second half of that game. It was gross.
They couldn't adjust to stop the X slant. Like, how many times in a row did they run X slant to that Canadian kid? Kid, I mean, I'll give him all the credit in the world. He made the catches when it counted, and he made that one catch behind and around
Hunter,
Travis' head to the end of the game. What an amazing catch. But I put this one squarely on the coaching staff. The defensive coordinator did not make the adjustment that was appropriate in order to stop the slant. You're going to give them 7 yards every time they're going to march. And that kid's fast and big and torched CU. I think there needs to be a little bit of perspective here as well, though. This is a team that won 1 football game last year. They've won 4. Mission accomplished. They're already on the way back, right?
Absolutely.
There was a report, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, that in Shadur's Instagram at halftime, they started posting links for merch, and there were some people that were hammering on him for it. And I say to those people, calm down. It's not Shadur in his locker on his phone. He has a team.
He has people.
The optics are bad. I grant you that, but it wasn't
He has
Shadur
people.
not paying attention. And Shadur played a good game.
Yeah, he had a great game, honestly.
Shadur is was one of the bright spots. They just need more beef on the interior line on both sides of the ball.
On both,
and it's already coming in. It's already coming in.
Yep, absolutely. This team is only going to get better. I said talk me off the ledge at the beginning of the segment. I was a bit sarcastic. They're going to be fine.
Yeah,
they're already fine. It'll be okay. Calm down, Buffs fans. Calm down.
Right.
But
CSU, hey, how about that?
Yeah, how about CSU beating Boise State for the first time ever?
Fuck
that was a good one.
Awesome.
Yeah,
honestly.
Absolutely. Other big game in college football, USC goes into South Bend and chokes.
Yeah, massively.
Tank.
Yeah, that was not good. Not a good eye test game for USC. It looks like they might be in some trouble, no matter how good their quarterback might want to be.
Man, he wants to be, but is he? He looked atrocious in this game, didn't he? And I get every kid's going to have a bad day, but talk about having a bad day when you can't have. He sucked at a time when you should not suck. Just to quote our good friend Torts. He sucked at a time when he should not suck. And that was against Notre Dame when everyone's watching you. You can't fuck that up.
I think that exposes the big lie of USC. I don't necessarily pin this on Caleb, even though, yes, he had a bad game. But we've been saying all year long that USC has some obvious flaws.
Right.
They can't stop anybody. They have a hard time on defense. They've got some talent on offense, but it all revolves around Caleb Williams. And so when he does not have a good game, nobody else is going to play well.
No.
So I put this one squarely on Lincoln Riley for not being able to put a team together that can actually compete at the highest level consistently. Because if you're relying on one guy in college football, it doesn't work. You got to have a whole team full of dogs, and they don't have that.
I mean, that's just not a college football thing. That's football in general. I think we put a lot of emphasis on the quarterback. And, yes, the emphasis needs to be there because it is arguably, and I say arguably, I don't want to start that argument right now, but I say arguably the hardest position in sports. I know it's not, it's one of either way, but you still have to have a good team around you. You can't, it's not a one-man army.
MJ, any thoughts? Oh, sorry, Tank, go ahead.
I was just going to follow up that a little bit. You're 100% right. It's whether it's the most difficult or not, it's treated the most harshly and given the most benefit dependent on a win or a loss. Even though it's not a statistic for quarterbacks, the wins and losses, it's a team thing. They live and die by those wins and losses. The quarterback does.
Right.
And so no matter if it's difficult isn't the issue. It's definitely the most disputed position in sports.
MJ, any thoughts on USC?
No, but that's that's the kid. I like that he looked at Mark Messier getting ownership of the Pens because the Pens were going bankrupt and said, "Boy, I wish that were me." And then asking before he's even drafted to say, "Gib, please, Gib, Dame stock, thank you."
Mario Lemieux, not Mark Messier.
Oh yeah, Lemieux.
Big difference. Big fucking giant difference.
Big giant.
But the asking about the ownership thing is fucking wild.
What a ballsy move after that performance.
It came out after the game. The reports were that was what was being circulated in the summertime.
Well, I know, but still, what a
right.
wild
That's
time.
Someone was holding on to it until he
looked like an asshole.
He looked like an asshole. They really wanted to pile on. If this is true, and I don't have any reason to doubt that it is or isn't, it probably is. He needs to fire his agent because his agent should know you cannot own a piece of a football team and play for them.
That is 100% against the bylaws. They
tried this before. Do it. They tried to do it like 6 months ago.
Rodgers tried to do that, and they told
Rodgers
him,
and the Jets. They literally tried to build that in, and they said, no.
Nope.
They've tried to do it several times, and he can't.
He's trying to do it without even proving himself completely in NCAA, that's just not a good look optically.
Well, let's be clear here. He has proven it in the NCAA. The guy's got a Heisman Trophy. I mean,
yes.
Give the man his credit, right? He's still a
But-
20-year-old kid,
Yes,
and he's proved it in the NCAA.
but
There's a lot of Heisman Trophy winners that rode the bench in the NFL.
I didn't say
yeah,
I didn't say he proved it in the NFL. He's proved it in the NCAA. That has nothing to do with his career going forward. I'm talking about he has proven it at this point in college football. He's the best quarterback?
Is he Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning never won a Heisman Trophy, and he was a
No.
good quarterback in college, a great quarterback in college. But remember the debate about that draft year? It was Peyton
Right.
and Ryan Leaf.
Right.
And
That's what I'm
all those
saying.
scouts couldn't figure out who was the better quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Is this guy Peyton Manning or is he Ryan Leaf?
Or
Nobody
is he-
knows yet.
Or is he Gardner Minshew?
Right.
We don't know that.
Nobody knows.
Right.
Nobody knows. So
he's
the ask
Number
is
9 in
wild.
passing yards
Oh, the
right
ask
now.
is absolutely wild,
The
right?
ask is insane.
What I took exception to was him saying that he had not proven it in college, and he absolutely has.
He proved it 1 year. He hasn't proved it this year. You got to keep going. If you're going to stay in college to get paid in college, you got to keep proving you're the best.
So he had a bad game, and that proves that he's not a good quarterback.
He's not. Is he even? He might be top 10 in passing yards, maybe, and that's
Yeah.
questionable.
Okay, how about in Power 5? Go ahead, MJ.
I thought they weren't allowed to get paid in college.
Oh, absolutely.
NAL.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
about a
Shadur's
year and a
making
half, 2
$7 million a
seasons
year.
ago, they made it legal for what they call it NIL. So it's name, image, likeness. So they can get all the endorsement deals. It's everything that Jeremy Bloom wanted 25 years ago.
Right.
But yeah, Michaela. So in
Yeah.
college football, they can get all that shit.
Did you just say Shador Sanders makes $7 million?
Yes.
Yes.
Roughly,
How come I saw
through
his
endorsement.
dumbass on TikTok getting like his car on the side of 36 with someone behind him with a gallon of gas?
Well, because just
He's
because
from
you
that-
have money
Nobody-
doesn't
nobody's
make you mean you make great decisions. He's still a 20-year-old kid.
Nobody says nobody
He's
said just because
hardcore.
you make $7 million,
Right.
it doesn't mean you're an idiot.
He's hardcore.
Right.
Let me pull it up real quick. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull up the stats.
Are we still doing this? Here we go. I should have known. I should have known. I absolutely should have known. How did I not know this was coming?
How did you not know this
How
was
did
coming?
I know. I should have
You
seen it
walked
coming.
right
I
into
did.
it.
I did.
You asked. I'm checking.
No, you said it.
He's number 8,
Oh, so that means he's top 10?
barely, and the rest of them are.
Oh,
all,
there's the I knew the qualifier was coming. Well, he's not top 10. Oh, he's
it's
number 8. Well, that's
literally an 80-yard
barely.
difference between him and the next 4 guys.
awesome. Who is top 10?
Okay. Penix is apparently number 1 now from Washington.
Yeah, because that guy went flat fucking nuts. That was the game of the year. I mean, come on.
And then Shador,
That game was
and then-
crazy.
Jaden Daniels. I'm just saying, either way, if you're supposed to be number 1, if you're supposed to be the best player in the country, which is why you got the Heisman, right? He's the number 1 player in the country. That's the whole thing. He's not proving it this year. You have to keep proving it if you're supposed to be number 1. People are apparently trying to tank for Caleb Williams when his play on the field, while it was his worst game this last game, he hasn't proven shit this year.
Excuse me, the local radio station would like you to call it, what is it, crashing for Caleb or some fucking
I
dumb
don't
shit
care.
like that. I heard it once and turned the radio right back
I
off.
don't hear any of that nonsense.
Crumbling for Caleb or something.
Crumbling. Yeah, I like crumbling for Caleb.
Crumbling for Caleb.
That's pretty good. That's
Let's
pretty
go
good.
with that one. Let's
Yeah,
go with
Let's
that.
keep
That
shooting
was
for
all right.
Shador.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that and just say he's still a really fucking
Shaving.
good, really fucking
Shaving
good
points for
quarterback.
Shador.
Shaving points for Shador.
Jesus.
Shame
just go with that.
for Shador.
And say
Shame. Bing.
he's a,
Shame.
Jesus Christ.
Bing.
Let's just say that
Glasses
Caleb's a
escape.
really good fucking quarterback. He had a bad game because that happens in every college kid's career. So let's not shit on him just because he had a bad game. That's what I'm saying. Number 8.
Oh.
All right, moving on to news in the Major League Baseball. One of these or both of these might actually be obsolete. But I'll start with the
one of them
Rangers
is.
and the Astros, because I saw that game was on earlier, and the Astros were pummeling. the
Astros won 8-5, so it's a 2-1 race in the ALCS.
Yep.
Yeah, they were up 6-0.
And game 3 for
I
Philly
believe,
is tomorrow.
Yep.
So Philly's going to win game 3 tomorrow. The home and away is not going to matter in this. I believe the last time we met, I told you if they get past Atlanta, watch the fuck out. And they're continuing. I don't think either one of these Texas teams is good enough. The Astros are barely holding on at this point. You know, they're in it, and they won today, but they got up 5-0 before, slowly, and giving up 5 runs you're not gonna do anything against that Philly defense. And that starting pitching is just crazy. And Kyle Schwarber hit 3 home runs yesterday. Holy fuck. And watching his home run trot is just unbelievable. And they still have our boy Nick.
I saw a TikTok the other day that Schwarber runs like, when he's running hard, he runs like Jack Sparrow. He's not quite all the way up here, but it's more like 1980s anime robot.
Somebody was his sound effects. It was just like
The one that I saw was that he runs like a fucking Ted, the Seth Rogen teddy bear.
He totally does.
Right. And Mark, you mentioned it. Nick Castellanos is having just an amazing postseason. That guy's just hitting bomb after bomb.
Neither one of these Texas teams. I mean, I get Texas looked really good in the first 2 games, but they brought Max Scherzer out today, and he kind of got lit up.
He got shelled.
So I'm very concerned about either one of these American League teams. The Phillies are just woo.
Dank, any thoughts here?
Oh, no, I agree completely. Like you were talking about, Philly looks dominant, and that is a dangerous team to roll into, it looks like, at this point.
MJ, what do you got?
Not only do I think that the Phillies are better at baseball, the Phillies have immaculate vibes. Therefore, they win. They have Nick Castellanos, who might as well be holding the fucking berserk sword, the gut buster or whatever. They've got Scherzer running like fucking Daniel Vogelbach across the fucking around the bases. They've got Garrett Stubbs twerking in the dugout. Dude, ideal. I love these fools.
Not only that, but they've got the original Muppet mascot. Let's not forget that the Fanatic is in Philly.
Yep, the Fanatic.
So at the beginning of the year, I said it was going to be the Braves and the Rangers. I'm going to, the Rangers will come out of this, but it's not going to be unscathed. I think Philly's going to get some rest.
I can't. I really don't have a dog in this fight because I really don't care about any of these teams. I dislike the Astros just because they're the Astros, even though it's Dusty. I can't root for the Rangers because they've adopted Creed as their team band. I can't do it. The Phillies are in Philly, worst fan base in the nation for any sport.
But the Philly Fanatic.
No, that's the Eagles. The Phillies fans are not that bad.
It's the same group of people. It's the same group.
They don't try to climb light posts or throw batteries at Santa in the Phillies games. That's just the Eagles games.
What wasn't the Phillies game when they had baseball bat night and they all ended up in the field? A bunch of
free bat night. They were giving out free bats. They were like this big.
Yeah, so don't give me that nonsense about
the
Phillies.
The city owns stock in Crisco.
And they're trying to get their own
players. They get a sports championship victory, they got to take Crisco to the light pole.
They gotta grease all the poles up so they slide down like
nobody goes
trying to get at a bird feeder.
Reverse fucking fireman going up the goddamn thing trying to top cars and shit.
Did you ever hear there was I guess there was a minor league hockey team that they had handed out boxes of mac and cheese as like the promotion, and there was a bad call, and the way that the guy tells it, he's like, it was like fucking arrows blocking out the sun as boxes of mac and cheese rained down upon the ice.
Would have been funnier if they went full bare naked ladies and took the macaroni out and just started throwing
Throwing the noodles by an handful.
That's what I would have done. I totally would have opened the box and at least opened the box before I threw it, so at least the noodles were flying out.
Friggin' organ player starts playing Kraft Dinner. That would have been great. All right. Speaking of hockey, let's move into the NHL. MJ, take it away.
I don't know the Kraft Dinner song. Sing the Kraft Dinner song.
I can't do it off the top of my head.
It's
We'll have
the
to find
would
it.
you have $1 million? You
Yeah.
might have $1 million.
No, that's it. Yeah.
We
Kraft
wouldn't
dinner.
have to eat Kraft Dinner. Well, we would still eat Kraft Dinner, just more of it. That's the whole thing.
Hockey. Okay. Thank you for doing that part for me.
Yep. That seems about right.
Oh, good one. Well
That
done.
was great.
Well done.
That was great. Okay.
The Avs are good. Shocking. I'm excited to see how they run out. Like once they get home, if they keep it up, all that jazz. Because they won last night, right? Did they? Or
Yep,
no? They
they sure
lost.
did.
No,
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 they
they
won.
They won.
They did
They
win.
won. Yeah, I watched that game.
McCarr got booed out of the fucking.
That's going to happen in that building for the rest of his career.
Yeah, they fucking
Yeah.
hate him
Yep.
so bad.
They do not
Yeah.
like us, but you know what? I'll give it to them. But yeah, Avs are looking good. It's like 3 games into the season, so I don't have any like super in-depth analysis at this point. I like the Penguins a lot. They're looking significant. I know they got fucking rocked tonight, but they look significantly better than they would. The Leafs look significantly better than they should, and I'm waiting for that to crash. And then the Oilers have only won 1 game, which, to be fair, was them absolutely shitting on the Predators last night, which was pretty good. So I think the Sabres are the last team without a win, unless they won last night, and I didn't see it.
I don't think they did.
They did. They beat the Lightning.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
the Lightning. Oof. Maroon. They're bad too. Yeah. That's all there is really right now. There's not too much happening. It's 3 games into the season.
Mark?
I just have one follow-up question for our hockey dipshit, just because she wasn't here when we talked about it. I spoke at length about the Bruins' new captain situation. Would you care to comment?
Objectively hilarious. That's the new Bruins captain situation. They were like, we could give it to Charlie McAvoy. He would have it for a long time. But we're going to give him the extra couple years because I think it'll be funny if we put the biggest shit kid in the league in the C and see whether or not the fucking refs take him seriously. Are we ready, kids? And then first game of the season, he's like, what if I try to eliminate Connor Bedard?
He did. He totally did.
Literally has the goddamn C and is like, I'm going to continue shit kidding.
He's just been so good at it.
I think the Bruins are not going to be super great for the rest. I don't see them. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll be. Obviously, I think they're going to regress from last year, but I don't think they'll be as good. But it's fucking hysterical. Actually hysterical.
All right, so I'll ask you what I asked
The
Mark.
preseason over-under on points was 95.5 for the Bruins.
I'd take the under on that. I think
was
they'll
gonna
make it to
take
the
the over.
playoffs.
Just because of the C. But go
Uh-oh.
ahead, Matt. Sorry.
So I asked Mark, and I'll ask you, MJ. I set the over/under line for faces licked at 4.5.
It's way too low. I told him that. I told him it's way too low.
I don't think he'll do it again. I don't know if that'll ever happen again. But no, I'll take the under because it wasn't in the same season the first time. Their first 2 times. It was
Good
one
point.
season and then the next one.
All
Yeah,
right.
but this guy's going out on a shield, right? Maybe make a game of it.
Yeah. So how many times going to get away with this, madam?
Madam.
All right, thank you, MJ, for that. Before we get into dipshit of the week, does anybody have any bets they want to talk about?
Uh-oh.
Yes,
I need you
MJ.
guys to look at this video.
MJ, go ahead.
I'm gonna make another deep cut, but here's a degenerate bet on Daniel Ricciardo to win the Austin GP. His team is fucking awful, or his car is awful, but he does good in America, and he drinks beer from a shoe. Yes, that's my bet.
There you
Bet
go.
on Danny Rick.
Well, the Niners blew up my 4-leg parlay. I had everything but. God damn it. I had Jacksonville, the Bengals, and the Lions. And freaking Niners
God, you
decided.
hated on the Niners.
Yeah, the Niners.
unfortunate.
Yeah, right. I thought that was the surest one of the group until they turned into a goddamn match unit. So I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. I still got to look at it. Mark, you got anything?
No, I'm just looking at some of these spreads and thinking like the Cardinals might cover in Seattle. They're not. Neither one of these teams is great. I don't think Seattle by 7.5 seems like a really big number to me. Things like that. Bills, I think, have a bounce back game and cover the spread there in New England, the 8.5. It's still pretty early and the weather's pretty good out there still. So if the weather was shit, I would think that Mac Jones and team would have a chance, but they don't in this one at all. So that's what I'm going with there.
And Mac Jones is trash. Tank?
I have that's a stupid little 5-leg who cares games. Jacksonville, Indy, Tampa, Washington, Denver to all cover, plus 22-20.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
All right, here we go. We've named the segment after her. It's time for the dipshit of the week. Take it away, MJ.
I have sent the dipshit of the week in the chat for the boys, but the dipshit of the week is the Delta Twitter account who put out a tweet about Halo Infinite, quote, "Flat tire, no problem. Rim jobs are coming to Halo Infinite." That tweet has not been deleted yet. That's why I was able to send it.
That's really good.
There. Oh,
Wow.
shit. Rim jobs.
Oh, that's absolutely intentional.
That's spectacular.
That's so good.
Oof.
What the top
That's a
comment?
good one.
What jobs?
No, I'm sorry. What?
What?
Come again?
Gonna have to get me that game. All right, Tank, what do you got?
Hysterical.
I'm gonna go with Sean Payton for showing everyone his playbook, because that was hysterical and stupid all at the same time.
Mark?
You guys saw it this morning, and Matt's literal response was, "Christ, I don't know his name, but right guard number 65 for the Chicago Bears, who went out in pass protection only to block his right tackle." I don't know your name, sir, but fucking congratulations. It's so funny. Did you guys see the video I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see what it's referencing? Greg Dulcich is probably done for the year.
Shit.
They're going to put him back on IR.
I would think they would have to.
Yeah.
So it's not that year. You don't need them. Get them right.
Right. Yeah. So
Get them
That's
right.
unfortunate.
it's starting already. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And start benching the players that they're keeping.
Yep.
So we know Dulcich is not on the block.
Nope.
That's what we
Right.
know.
That's what we know.
Yep.
He's the only receiver or only tight end that receives the ball and doesn't run like a fucking like Vogelbach, honestly.
Or can cat.
Yeah. He actually has hands.
Yeah.
Manhurst can run a route.
Yeah, he can run a great route, but
There's
put it
nothing
right
at
here.
the end of his hands.
He still looked like he was moving in slow motion.
My dipshit of the week. We don't have a name for this person. I've scoured the old interwebs trying to find it, but it has not been released. But there's a woman from Iowa who went abroad and then flew back into the country through the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, and she was stopped by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol and had an item confiscated. The item she had confiscated was a box of giraffe poop. And her intent with this box of giraffe poop was to make a necklace out of the giraffe poop. And her rationale was, I've done it before with mouse poop. So she tried to do it with giraffe crap.
Time out. She tried to get that through customs?
She tried to get it through customs.
Yeah, you
What?
can get that at the zoo, brother.
Yeah, they'll hand that shit to you for free, man.
The fucking dog's not gonna smell that.
What are you thinking?
Oh.
Did she get arrested?
Oh yeah.
Good. She deserves to be in a home somewhere.
Right. Because she was gonna make a necklace out of giraffe.
How
poop.
big is a fucking pile of giraffe poop?
It was a box. I didn't see a picture. It was a box of giraffe.
Okay,
poop.
I'm just
I don't
trying
know.
to imagine like the scope of the poop.
Right, and I have zero point of reference as to the size of giraffe scat, so I have no idea what it even looks like. Can't imagine it's super small, but I can't imagine we're talking like rhino dung. Yes,
Right.
I would like to give an honorable dipshit
fire
to
away.
the guy who ran on the field at the Phillies game, who got fucking blasted by the
Absolutely
Phillies
fucking-
security guard.
Shout out to that guy.
That security
Eagles
guard,
need to sign somebody as a new safety.
yeah, fucking annihilated him.
The
and it was
best part of that hit is he
hysterical.
hit him, like the security guard hit him, and
Yeah.
he went down, and the security guard's legs kept coming around like
Yeah.
a clock.
The best part is
That guy
that
was
the
moving.
players in the background watching what's going on, and the one guy is literally falling on his ass laughing.
Who's gonna say the best part is that the security guard took out the dude, but the bullpen player is the one who fell down first. He dropped as soon as that security guard jumped.
God.
It was so good.
Got Brian Dawkins to the middle.
It's so funny.
Good one. Well done. I like that one. Good segment, guys. All right. Final thoughts going around the horn. Tank, pimp the things, talk about the stuff.
Quick shout out. Western State University is ranked for the first time in a long time, and I'm proud to be one of their graduates. And so is the School of Mines, actually ranked number 1 in D2.
First time
So,
ever.
Yeah,
Wow,
first
that's
time
cool.
ever. And they play each other in 2 weeks on the 28th. So I think the first time they've ever been both ranked matched up. So shout out to that. And then, you can catch us here every other week. We're on our second week in a row here, I guess, for My Brother's an Idiot. And then you can catch us on the Nerds That Know. I think we'll be back in 2 weeks for a full update on whatever's going on. You can catch me at Tank Knox or Knox Nostalgic Collectibles on all the socials.
Awesome. MJ.
I like hockey. So I'm going to hockey games. And I forgot I wasn't supposed to say that part. So I'm not going to. Hockey good. Don't find me on socials. Don't look me up. Thank you.
You're going to a hockey game, so it's fine.
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I'm going to a hockey game tomorrow.
Yes,
I
I
was
will
gonna-
see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Are you going to be seeing one this weekend?
I have tickets to one this weekend.
Okay, cool. Enjoy yourself if you get to go. I have no thoughts. I just wanted to sandbag and carry on.
Wow. All right. Insightful as always. Make sure you check us out on all of our social channels. You can find My Brother's an Idiot on Twitch, Twitter at The Idiot Goons. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search My Brother's an Idiot. Click the black logo. We'll get you in. Mark's Twitch, Twitter, TikTok's at Puffle Time. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Pufflepugus. And my TikTok is at King Goon Smoke. Did some smoked pasoli over the weekend.
Oh, it looked good.
Oh, so good. Sarah finished it off tonight. It gets better every day. Just
Yeah,
all that porky goodness. And
And
it's so damn easy. I'm surprised I don't do it more often because it's literally pork shoulder, some chilies, and hominy, and some chicken stock. I mean, it's not hard. Just put it in the smoker and let it rock. It's easy. Fun stuff coming up this weekend. The Douglas County Defenders, 13U, my guys, are playing their last football game ever as a football team on Saturday. We're playing the Highlands Ranch Mountain Lions for the state title in our division.
Saturday?
So, Saturday. Yep. Right now it's 3:00 at Rock Canyon High School in Highlands Ranch. Make sure you check us out on our Facebook page. I will definitely post a live stream link. If not, come out and check us out. It'll be a lot of fun. Should be a good fun game to watch. It's a team that we have some success with. Yes, MJ.
Did you know that Rock Canyon has a subway in it?
I did not.
Rock Canyon has a subway in it.
What?
I have hated those fools forever because one time I went to their high school and they had a fucking subway. I was
Oh, like
how
the
come I have to
sandwich
eat?
shop?
The sandwich
Shop. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Legend had a subway in it.
I did
Legend
too.
has the subways in it.
Yeah.
What?
Fucking, we had. I shouldn't brag, but it's not really something to shit on. But I just hate the product. Chick-fil-A was something that we had in high school.
How come I had shitty pizza? We went to the same high school.
We had Chick-fil-A.
You had a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Shit,
we had a Chick-fil-A.
We had to go across fucking Hamden to Little Caesars to get Crazy Bread.
We the Chick-fil-A.
Where the flower shop is now.
It was an outsourced Chick-fil-A. So what they did was some Chick-fil-A close by made like 50 sandwiches and 50 orders of nuggets a day, and it was there until it ran out.
Oh.
So but we had Chick-fil-A every day.
When we went to bowling, we could stop at the bowling or the shitty gas station on the way and get Santiago's. That was the best we got.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
God, I need to get some Santiago's.
Oh,
so good.
Green chili.
But at any rate, it's going to be a bittersweet day. It's the last time this team's ever going to play together. All these kids are going off to different high schools next year, and I've had some of these kids for 5 years. So looking forward to their last time together. Going to be a good time. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, are you gonna play the Five for Fighting song? Did they play at every like graduation?
No. For a moment. No, we will not. It'll be a lot of Metallica and Timmy Trumpet and
any Green Day.
No Green Day. No, it's not a great. Yeah, that's the one, right?
Good God.
Yeah. At any rate, make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of each other. For Tank, Mark, and MJ, and the absent Mio-T, we love you, Mio-T.
Mio-T.
This has been My Brother's an Idiot. We will catch you next time. See ya.
We love you, Sweden. Pew, 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 bruh.